Hi, I'm Mark Conforti. I'm joined here by Steve Ozment of Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Ozment?
yeah, close
Of
enough.
Flowerama in Columbus, Ohio, and his sister, Kara. Got it. Anyway, thanks for coming down. I've known Steve, I guess we met officially back in 2005.
Yeah.
And I met him over at a conference in Baltimore. And he's kind of new to the teleflor or the RTI technology, and we really didn't know each other very well at that point. We were moving along with a lot of our web development, and everything was very new, and a lot of people didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we were moving very quickly. I know that you seem to have an interest in what we do.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And through the years, you've joined a very good group in the industry. You guys have working and growing your business, but you seem to have an interest in what we do, and you took the time to jump on a plane and come down and see us. So thank you for being here, and let's just talk about what your day and a half has been like here. And it's like, like I told you, this isn't scripted. It's whatever's on your mind. If you want to talk about the shirt towel, you can. But whatever you want to talk about,
Well, I'll be clear.
say
You're
hello.
not trying to tell me the shirt towel. It was never came up in the topic of discussion. So,
All right.
I
We're
will
not
say
done
this-
yet, though. We're not done.
Yeah, good. I haven't left yet.
Okay.
I'm sure there'll be one in my bag. I will say this. I think when I go, typically speaking, when we travel, we go in large groups, and we don't always get the one-on-one time with the people who are hosting. And
Right.
our experience in the last day and a half has been extremely rewarding from what we've learned, from the time we've taken to show us around. And we had some specific goals in mind when we came down here. We wanted to learn about your floral prodigy because we think that is a tool that we will be able to implement in our business going forward that will help us make proper decisions with regard to how we spend our money, whether or not our advertising dollars make sense. And the more I've learned about it, the more I am enthusiastic about it. And I'm not saying it to help you sell. I don't know how you're going to use this video, but it is certainly something that I think is an extremely important tool that just about any flower shop would be foolish not to explore.
Well, you've asked a lot of great questions, and that's why we're doing this. You came and you asked me why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that, how does this work, how does that work? For everything from Floral App to Floral Prodigy, localflowershop.com,
Printing.
print, and you got a chance to really talk about it, because I always say it's not about what we're printing, it's how we're using it.
Right.
And many people want to say print is dead. People want to talk about the industry not having...
Hey, I walked down here and I felt it was dead. I'm thinking I'll never go to print. I haven't done it in years, and now I'm looking at it. Now I have a way to track it.
I've shared my numbers with you too.
Yeah, you shared your numbers,
Yeah.
and you can show me how you can track it, and you can prove to me that it's been successful.
Right.
And it's something that if you can track it, and you can prove to yourself that it works, then it can work again. And if you
Numbers don't lie.
no, well, you can make them lie sometimes.
Well, if you
But there's
manipulate them-
there's no reason to try and make them lie. You're not here. You're here to help me help my business. You're not here to.
At the end of the day, Steve, if it doesn't work, you're not going to do it again. All right, so you're going to try it once, it's not going to work, but you have to have realistic expectations.
Right.
So saying I'm going to spend $3,000 on a marketing campaign expecting $12,000 is unrealistic. I've had florists tell me, I said, if you spent $3,000 on an ad campaign and we were to say, what would be your expected return? And they say, $12,000, $15,000.
Where are they getting that? Where
question.
where in the market are you getting that kind of return?
And I said to them, have you ever done it before? And they said no. So why start now? I mean, it's not realistic. But you saw with the 2 or more orders, the repeat customers, if we could spend $3,000 and get $4,000 back in sales, you might not have made money out the gate. But if those people, half of those people are coming back in July and August and ordering again, you're building on
No,
something.
you're absolutely. You have to build a brand, and you have to continue to service the customer. It's one thing to get them in the door, and you have been an innovator as to how to get somebody to knock in your door and place an order with you, and you've been the master at keeping them.
We
and
tried.
Continue to touch them and find whatever way you can to reach out to them and make them depend on you for their floral needs.
We talked about that this morning, the dependency. We want our customers dependent on us, right?
Yeah, and
You saw
believe it. I watch you work with your people. I can see it in your eyes, and I can see it in your meetings. I can see it in how you present to your people when you engage with your staff.
Nancy took an order today. It was in, this morning we walked in, and the customer ordered a dozen roses. They went to 2 dozen roses. Next thing you know, Nancy said, instead of just putting different colors in there, how about if we put 2 of these, 1 of these, and each rose had a meaning, and she had that in her hand. And as we could put this one for how wonderful you are, this one for how beautiful, this one for what you've... And the guy said, that's too confusing. She said, don't worry, I already have your card written for you.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden he was like, great, and he's really excited now to get this delivery because he feels that she's going to really notice what he did. We made him look good. We created a dependency. Now it's not just the flowers, it's that card, it's that innovative idea of what the flowers stand
and
for.
The takeaway though is that here you are with an organization that large, and the thing that you get excited about is the one sale where your staff member took the time to make it a meaningful event out of it. So you walk around and you see all these things going on, and the thing that gets you excited is that she sold the way you would sell.
Right.
She believed in the product the way you believe in the product, and that's hard to implement over an entire organization, and you have it here.
We really believe that nobody needs flowers. That's the one thing we start our day with. We don't need flowers. People choose to buy flowers. If they're going to buy flowers, it should be affordable. We should be able to deliver promptly. We should really be able to just kill them with service. That's what we're selling, is a quality product with great service. And if we can write the card out for them and make them look great, we're creating a dependency. And that's going to get them buying more. So you hear a day and a half. We had a great dinner last night. We started out this morning. What is it that stood out the most? And you feel free to join us on this. And what stood out the most, the one or two points that you've noticed that were most unique to our company that maybe
I won't say
caught
that
you off guard?
I won't say that it's the most unique, but I think it's consistent with the businesses that I travel around and visit. It's the way you treat your people and how important they are, and the fact that you empower your people. But if you're looking for something beyond the people, because I think the people are the most important thing in any business, that if you don't have good people that you can trust and you can empower and that they can make decisions when you're not there, because you can't be everywhere, and you have an organization of people that really believe in you, and that's something I see in a lot of the successful businesses. It's something that I think you should be extremely proud of. But beyond that, marketing is you have just taken marketing to a whole new level, and the reason you can do it is because you know how much every single dollar you're spending is coming back, and whether or not it's effective or not. And you do that by developing the tools and being innovative with that. And it's not one thing. There's not one thing in this organization. There is. I asked your staff today after you left for lunch, what if you were going to open a flower shop tomorrow, what would be the first thing you did? And each one of them gave me a different answer.
Really?
Yep. And for one of them that there was some consistent answers, like Floral Prodigy. But for one of them it was email marketing. For another one it was the pay-per-click campaigns. For another one was remarketing. Another one was emailing. But they were and what that told me is that it's not one thing.
Right.
It's being able to measure all those things and getting good and building a good foundation. And doing all of those and being able to measure what's working and what's not, because it's the only way to be able to spend your money properly is to be able to measure it and tell if it's working or not. And until you can do that, you don't know if you're throwing good money against bad or bad money against good. You just don't know. And you have developed tools that allow an individual force to be able to measure the stuff if they put those things in place. And making those decisions without those tools is fatal.
How did you feel that you learned more about localflowershop.com now? I mean, you didn't know too much about it. As you dug into that, how do you see that?
It was one of the things they talked about, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, one of the guys mentioned that. So.
How do you feel about it? And that's become a site now that's getting us so many orders because there's so few flower shops in it, and we're wanting people to step up. Because you saw when you step up, our ad goes away. It's all your ad if you're the one and only one in that city.
Well, I think on a lot of levels it makes a lot of sense. I mean, for nothing else, it creates another SEO source for your own website.
Right.
Anytime you can add to that, it doesn't hurt. It's not expensive at all.
Did you see the reviews?
I did see the reviews.
Shots
That's new this
reviewed
week, right?
now.
That's a
Well,
real
the
cool
reviews
deal.
are going to go out there. They're going to be spired. They're text. They're going to be out on the web. So
You have a whole thing on rating a shop too now, don't you?
rating the flower shops, and we're going to do the order gathering report so you can see who the gatherers are. We are really reaching out, not to bash anybody, but to make florists aware
Of what's going on.
of what's going on. So you saw that local flower shop. I mean, we didn't sell you on anything, right? I mean, you looked, you asked, and you understood what you were doing.
Look, I
You
came
made
down.
decisions on your own.
I came down here because I have a lot of interest in what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you grew your business.
Okay.
And I came down here to learn, and some of the things I'm taking away. Yeah, did I end up buying a few things? Am I going to buy more? Yeah, I am, because you're doing a lot of things better than me.
And we appreciate
That
having
doesn't
you on
mean
team
you're
with
selling me. That means I'm saying,
Right.
hey, this
We're partnering.
works. Yeah,
Right,
this
right,
works.
right.
This is foolish for me not to do this.
All right, this is great. So that's basically wraps it all up. I mean, we have issues and challenges in our industry. I want to bring more interest to local flower shops, so we created localflowershop.com. We had a problem with the way the containers are being sold. We reached out to Teleflora, which I told you about
Yes.
that now. But now we're actually getting a special version of the Teleflora containers with a design that's one for Teleflora.com and one for us. so we can actually get in the game and start carrying those containers, supporting what Teleflora is doing on a level that makes sense where we're not getting discounted. This was Teleflora's way of reaching out, saying, we want to work with you guys. What can we do?
Oh, we need
Change the designs.
I'll be the first one to tell you, we need Teleflora. Those guys do a tremendous amount for the business. I mean, without our RTI system, I wouldn't be able to run my business.
Isn't that the truth, though?
It's critical. It's not to say that it is a piece of our business that I don't know how to run my business at this point.
I don't know where I would be without it, and I say that I've said it
We need-
publicly,
we
I've
gotta
said it
coexist.
personally.
Gotta
So if they're
coexist.
going to help us, and Teleflora would be the first one to tell you, if there's a way for florists to do better themselves, we want to help them. That's why they've supported Floral Prodigy, Floral App, anything that's going to help you get more orders, because really they want to be the florist to florist tool of helping you do more business.
I think that
But they
they've
have to
always
get
been
those
the
orders
ones
too.
done that,
Shops
yeah.
need orders. So you can get 15% off of your products now if you mention code BENEVA when you order from Teleflora.com with the upcoming holiday. You're going to get containers that are going to have different arrangements in them. So by Christmas, we're hoping to see like
Careful, this is going to come off as you're selling.
I,
Careful.
you know, it does, right? It does. Here I am
but
selling.
the reality is you're trying to build a relationship where you can coexist and help the florists help themselves.
Exactly.
And
Does it make sense, Steve? Does it make sense?
It does.
Am I getting paid by Teleflora? Absolutely not. I mean, these containers are the containers. You're going to buy them if you choose to. The container design is going to change. It'll be a less expensive item on Teleflora.com for the discounting. You'll have the deluxe premium version. So if a customer says to you, Steve, I saw this on Teleflora.com, it'll have a different product code number. It'll have different flowers, so
Well,
you
they
don't
do it
look
right,
like
they
you're
will.
right.
If they do it right, they will.
They're
They have to-
listening.
they
They're
have to,
listening.
yeah.
That's the good thing about it. So. Look, local flower shop is independent. You're independent. Nobody's telling you how to run your business. Let's use the wire services for what they can help us with, and that's really the message
And run the
here.
business. And one more message. I
Go
can't
ahead.
thank you enough for taking the time to spend the last day and a half with me and showing your business
Great
and being
having you
just
guys
so
here.
genuine about. I mean, any question I asked, you were upfront, honest, and forthright with
Thank
every. There was never a situation where you didn't answer every question we had.
Thanks.
It's been a fantastic. It's better than I thought it would have been. And anybody that has an opportunity to come down and visit,
We welcome you anytime.
come and see this guy. It's amazing. He will treat you
Steve,
great.
You're awesome.
Hey, it's
Thank you
been
very much.
fantastic. Honestly, great
you.
trip. Thank you so much.
All right. Join us anytime. We hope you'll visit us whenever you're in the Sarasota area. Take care now. Thank you.
Thanks.